Yeah. Actually, you know what? I should make room. Let's make some room. Go away. Popper is in 4 days. Did I? I don't know what I did with that one. Oh, my back. Um, I kind of want to play walls. Put a number of 1/1 counters. A creature. That's really weird. That is really weird. Gets weirder every time I read it. Nah, we're gonna go with walls. Three-minute 4/4. Probably not. Each creature it signs dim. Yep. Yep. So, okay. Black is, well... This is probably just worse than, there's two of them. There's the dragon, Bant Dragon, and then there's the blue-white flash thing that does the same thing. This might just be the worst of the three. Oh, excuse me. Maybe I just don't want to play this. The more I look at it, the less I really just don't want to play it. Honestly, even the giant dumb turtle feels better. The blue-green turtle. Maybe I just don't want to play this. Yeah, I think I'm going to quit while I'm ahead. I'm going to not play that. I'm not. We're not here for it. I feel like I've played this deck like 18 times, so I'm not going to play this one. Was Roltha at home? Ireni's is really the only one I like. This one's hard to work, but I guess it's not impossible. Beginning of your end step. Put a number of counters on this equal to the amount of life you've gained. Okay. Your end step. Ugh. Well, there's no other place. There's no other place for it, really. Return one target creature. Oh, man. Juggling your life total is such an ugly thing to be doing. Oh, my goodness. So you got, like, the life loss of black and then the life gain of white-green. But it just doesn't... And then you need a way to, like, care about reanimating things? There's just too much going on. There's just so much going on. You know, another one I want to play, surprisingly, is I want to play Loom. I think this is very funny and wins very quickly. It's like the white Davriel. You either, you untap with it, you win, you don't, you lose. Kind of want to play that one. Yeah, why not? I'm overdue for a mono white thing. Zoe? I don't like Zoe. I don't feel like this is what I want to be doing. This is like Yurion with extra steps. Yeah. You like have to have spells to flicker things instead of simply flickering them. There's literally an extra step to this. And I don't think that's worth putting red in your deck. So I really just don't like this. I'm not impressed with this at all. It does give you more flicker spells because every second spell in a turn is a flicker spell, right? So you have more, but you have to run them. So you're like 30 or more, probably more cards of your deck have to really care about this ability, and you need things to bounce. I also want to play a combo deck of some kind soon. I'm overdue for a combo. Play a server rack and make people sag. No, I think we're going to play the mono white thing. Oh, that's it? Wait, what? That doesn't seem right. Oh, maybe it does. Maybe it does. So these are duplicates, right? They're not tokens? Yeah. Okay. So the monastery mentor is not a token, but it still makes the monastery mentors make tokens, and this would matter. But you have to cast creatures. Maybe we don't care about that too much. Also, Huller. All right. So bloop bloop bloop. I mean, literally any card that protects this, if your opponent goes to kill it and you just, like, basically win. Could probably run basically all of them as well. Basically. How does Skrelv read? Is there more of this in the game? Can't be blocked. Hexproof. What if I just type the word color in? Redain? Kind of want to be playing my commander super fast, but I I don't really know what Redain's doing. Slowing down stuff. Slowing down a counter board wipe. Not really interested in that at all. This is not it's non-creature, right? Yeah. This doesn't work with it. It's probably still fine. Yeah, I think they're necessary. I always forget about the medallions. Ephemerate? Yeah, Ephemerate works. Cloud Shift? I think it's Exile Return is how you get those. Yes. Boop, boop. This is 2 mana. Yeah, this is 2 mana. I mean, all of these are excellent, I think. Finally time for Howling Mine. I don't know about that one. I think we just untap with our commander and win. I don't think we care about Howling Mine too much. Oh, hey, this is another one, right? Some counterable too? Well, that's a pretty good chunk of cards. I also... Oh, wait. No, not yet. Well, actually, maybe. Yeah. This is way too slow. It's not really doing anything. I can't imagine this is worth it, but it's basically free. No tap lands. Parting Gust? Huh? Is that what I just added? Was Parting Gust? Maybe Mutavault? Probably free. I doubt it'll ever do anything, but... Sure. Esper Sentinel and the other card. Can we run Chain to the Rocks? Should we run Chain to the Rocks? I don't want Oslet Pride. I barely want the Guide of Souls here. What's the broken aura? Whose name eludes me rather violently? Sheltered by Ghosts? I did it. I did it. I remembered. I actually remembered. No way. Adeline's probably just good. Boromir? What's the other Boromir at 2 mana? It's like a spirit or something. I don't even know if these matter. I'm not sure if these matter. If I can't find something else to put in, I guess they're fine. We generate devotion with tokens or duplicates, whatever. Heliod probably interesting. We can run Monastery Mentor? Surely? Sure, that's right. Maybe it actually is. In the games where I don't get the 4 mana. Maybe it is, I don't know. Kinda doubt it though. Prowess Trigger. Ooh. Prowess Trigger would kill all the important stuff, so I can't cast this one. Maybe split up. Oh yeah, Selfless Savior. The Doge. The Knight comes in too late. Curse of Silence probably could stop things. Reprieve is also a card. Same with Invasion, maybe? Yeah, Invasion's fine. Ah, there it is. Yeah, Selfless Spirit. Cannot duplicate the... Can't double the... Mentors. And then we're going to want Prowess Triggers, which is pretty easy so far. That's probably free enough. Free enough. Free enough. Ghost Vacuum, maybe funny. Funny enough. Maybe. Oh, wait. Bobble's just fine. Mimic, and again, we just blitz to 4 mana. That's absolutely blitz to 4 mana, basically every game. Buried Treasure. That took too long. We could run K-Command. I don't know what it would be doing, but it would be funny. Ah, Winter Moon! Winter Moon! Yes. And then more smart removal. So destroy target card with text. Destroy evil seems good. Where's my other stupid... I kicked away one of my flip-flops. Or whatever these are called. Shower sandals. Yeah, those things. Fragmentize is actually kind of fine in a lot of games. Did we not add sword It's a plowshares. Oop. Lay down arms. Could be a Path of Exile deck. I think that's not impossible. Fragments easy enough, I think, to run. Sheltered by Gussie. Where are you? Where are you, Shelter? Right, there you are. Mine or, well, oh, I thought you meant from the Navy. I used to have my shower flip-flops from, like, the Navy, but they were, like, really not good. These are Adidas. What are these things called? It has, like, the band that goes over the toes. It doesn't go in between the toes like a, dare I say, a girly one. Here, I'll show you. These ones. These are what I have. There you go. See? Yeah, look at that. Look at it. This thing. Amazon. Couldn't tell you how much. Old reliable. Yeah, I was in the Navy. Static prison? Because most people just put their commander back to the command zone? And it's like one answer? No, at that point I want Heliod's Pilgrimage, Heliod's Punishment, whatever, you know what I mean? Boop. No Amazon for you. Well, oh, look at this curve. Oh, look at this beautiful curve. What have we done here? Okay, no, Mutavault's dumb. Let's be real. It's never gonna. It will never, ever, 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 ever come up. It will never come up. All right, this seems like a good enough place to start before I start adding things that don't matter that cost like 5. So we're here with Loom, Storm Crane Elder, 4-mana 3/3. Its prowess trigger creates a Monastery Mentor, which then makes 1/1s. So it's like a step above Monastery Mentor. It makes the super monk token. They are not tokens, so you can't duplicate them with Mondrak or anything. In anything like the Insatiable Virtue or Intangible Virtue. Like, you can't buff tokens because the Monastery Mentors are not tokens. And by the time I'm making 1/1 Prowess Monks with any Monastery Mentor, I've probably won the game, right? This just explodes with damage out of nowhere very quickly. So we really are going to blitz to 4 mana. So all of this is in here, including this. And a ton of protection spells because they also count towards prowess. And yeah, that's really about it. It's kind of all in on this. Anything that doesn't have to do with this is probably just wrong. But for now, I'm just not going to go crazy. Like, I have Heliod in here. Good card. Probably always has Devotion. We create our own Devotion with spells, because this makes Devotion creating permanence. But we could just run something that cares more about this resolving. We're just 100% like Feather. It's all about this card. So we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. If it doesn't work, it is someone else's fault and not mine. All right, let's go. What's our quest? Oh, I can't do a quest. That probably is my fault. At least it's a 750. Oh, I didn't name my deck. Oh. Can't name it cards. White people? Sure. Wizards probably doesn't like that, but you know what? It's my deck. I get to do what I want with it. The Monk Maker of Monk Makers, yep. Dictate of Heliod? What does that even do? That's a 5-mana one, right? I know Dictate of Erebos, Dictate of Thassa. I don't remember the Heliod one. I do not remember the Heliod one. Oh, this is another card. Cares about the token part. Maybe a little too deep into the strategy to get away with this. Ooh. Well, hey, look. It works, alright? This actually works almost perfectly. So we get rid of this card. And then we play Mimic. So I don't really want to play my commander next turn without God's Willing, because I'm kind of all in. The enchantment creatures get +2/+2? Okay. I don't think it's necessary. I mean, we just cast 2 spells, and then we just... Every spell is just half of that already. I don't feel too particular about that specifically. But yeah, I really think I lose if I cast it and it dies. So it's probably a bad idea to try to cast it. Okay, they can't cast their commander here, but we'll see. Okay. Yeah, we're just not going to cast our commander. Kind of sad, but... I don't have a choice. I just lose if they kill it. I could just go all in. It's not like that's not an idea or anything like that. So. Huh, we could run this too. That probably runs away really quickly with the game. Yep. Interesting attack. Guess I'm just gonna take it. I'm just gonna take it. Okay. So... land this thing. This Sky Knight Squire is pretty good. Enduring Innocence, this thing, and this thing. Let's take the card draw, sort of. Let's play this. And we are running away with this game extremely quickly. Very, very quickly. I guess I'll just crack this, because I have enough mana to pay for these two. Yeah, that's fine. Do I want to hit my invasion? I think I do, because the invasion has a very good ability here, and I think I can one-shot my opponent next turn. At least it's very close, so... Like, this is almost lights out next turn. And I don't think we're going to die to the Sky Knight Squire, so... Alright. Probably wanted to cycle that sooner. Could have found, like, a removal spell that mattered. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. We just... it just gets crazy, like, so quickly. So quickly. You do not need Anthem effects. Really don't need Anthem. Whenever creature you kill enters, take 1. Alright, so this is not... looking like a lethal attack. Let's cast God's Willing here. Because I don't think it matters where. This is ridiculous. Oh, this is ridiculous. Alright, so we take 7 in the air. block that. Here, there. Actually, we don't want this to die because it's more triggers. Block that, block that. Take 7. Okay, take 8. Can I... just crack this? Yeah. I don't want to lose my 2/2s. I could just cast Ephemerate, though. It's about the same, I mean, right? It's the same thing. This is ridiculous. Oh yeah, they're not tokens. I get it right back. I forgot. It's ridiculous. That was the first game we played. That was the first game we played. Look at that. Yeah, it's just insane. Now they got kind of close to killing me. Imagine I had this in play. It would be like a, well, it would be really big. It would actually probably one-shot my opponent. Shoot. Yeah, this is nuts. I hit another layer. Yeah, okay. All right. This is great. This is the best thing I've done today. Alright, I like the card my opponent showed me, so I'm taking out Heliod and putting in that card, assuming I have it. Whenever enters... I might not have it, though. It's from Foundations, so it's not likely I have it. Oh, right, it's from Foundations. I can just... Oh, I do. Bloop. Cool. Dr. Toxicity. Interesting. I feel like I don't want this land. The game is never about this land, although it is free. I don't think there's any reason to take this out other than Wintermoon. So it's probably fine. I don't think Soul Warden works. He joined at the good time. It's only getting better. Unless it isn't. That might have just been our peak. Anything else not working here? I feel as though gaining some life is basically free, but we outrace most things that are going to chase our life total down quickly. It's very easy to outrace it. Also, my opponent did not have a removal. We could have done everything we just did a turn faster. We were actually faster than that if we just didn't play around anything. Okay, so Monastery Mentor is probably not necessary. It's not bad, but I think another non-creature spell is fine. Even like Revitalize, just prowess trigger, replace itself is fine. Like anything is fine. Ossification, did I have that in here? I do. Reprobate, maybe not Reprobation. Want this deck list? Well, it's fresh off the press. Made it 5 seconds ago. Boy, is it good. In that one game we played. It's the best game I played it's the best deck I played last game. Oh, I can say that for certain. Okay, some kind of instant or sorcery. Clearly a mythic. Okay, maybe not. What about this? It's only one creature, but it's for 2 mana, and something gets indestructible. Ugh. It doesn't seem like that's enough. It doesn't seem like it's enough for the mana. Investment. Just giving one creature indestructible for 2 mana. Can't really do the other 2 things on this card ever, or I'm like already losing at the point that would be a thing, so maybe not. Silence is... I don't even like Orym's Chant. Maybe those are wrong. Hard to tell. Maybe it's fine. We can at least start there. Alright, yeah. Let's try that. Why don't I use doors that let me bounce? What? Come again? Words? Jumping on doors? That's illegal. Progenitus? Okay. Well, it's not Golos, but it probably is just Golos. At least Progenitus doesn't matter. Oh man, this is too honest, isn't it? I can't play my commander on turn 4. I don't think we win any game playing this turn 4. That is Progenitus. Wow. Some are blue? I don't know what's going on right now. Alright, I'm just gonna keep it because stuff. Let's get rid of shelter. I went to 6, so... What is this? You may pay one of each color than any other. Alright, so that's probably what they just mulligan for. Just like every game, I assume. Well, this is bad. Ugh. What does that do? Each card type? What? Okay, so I lose to Valgavoth next turn? Is that what that means? Well, that's kind of a joke. was one off. It was one off. Oh, okay. So can we do 10? Pretty easily, right? We can easily do 10? Yeah. What? Why did they manually tap that? What's the point of that? Oh, get wrecked. Get absolutely wrecked. Oh, get wrecked. Oh yeah, Boromir does more than you think. Alright, 2-0. Deserved each time. Opponent blitzed for Herpa and didn't get there, get wrecked. This is pretty good. This is pretty good. That was a mulligan with no mana rock. Oh, we also probably want Reprieve in here. If I kept the Orum's chant for later, it would have also have been pretty good. So, interesting. Opponent, that's a tap land on turn 1. You're a green deck. You really can't afford to do that. We are going to play this on turn 1 and make your Rennie cost a bajillion mana. Probably should have played a non-creature one. Oh, too late. No land in hand. So... Unfortunately, I can't... Oh, yes, I can. I drew Ephemerate. I don't think I'm going to flip that. One land in the graveyard, two lands in the graveyard. You can probably flip this at this point. Kill Domri Red at least. I'm not gonna cast this Glamour for no reason. Yep, alright. Get wrecked. Get completely trampled. Oh, we love it. So they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They had 8 mana. They could... Wait, could they have cast this? No, it costs 9? Yeah, wait, hold on. It costs 10? Yeah, so they couldn't cast it. Even if they could cast it, you would have to play around a prowess trigger. So you'd have to do 4... You have, what is this? 7 lands. You have to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's no other way to play around. You have to play around a prowess card. If they don't play around a prowess card, they can hose my board, but obviously I have the answer to that, so you get completely blown out. And when they did target these two, assuming that's what they did, we can just keep this alive and then it's probably lights out, especially if we draw another non-creature spell, so get trampled. Nice green deck. Okay. I think I, like, split up way less than I did 2 seconds ago. We're almost at the point we can run cantrips. There's not many though, but like, oh yeah, I said I wanted reprieve. Oh, I thought this said suspend too. I'm like, wait a minute. What? Wait a minute. Defiant Strike is essentially a cantrip. It's a very, very, very low power cantrip, though. But who cares, right? Rune of Sustenance? Kind of works. Mazemind's Tome might be one of the better ideas. It does draw multiple cards. Same with Bankbuster. Pretty easy to crew this as well, which could actually matter. Oh, right. Thunderbond. Whoops. Man, we're only getting better and better. I don't even think I like Adeline. If it doesn't have to do with my commander, like I said, it's probably just wrong. Alright, that gives us room for probably at least Bankbuster, but I do like Mazemind's Tome. It's at least better than the card we took out. I have to apply statuses. There we go. Where's my Mana Rocks? Please! Come on. Well, I feel kind of bad to mulligan this, but I don't know. I guess we'll... I guess I'll just keep it. You never know. We could just draw cards. I did put Mox Amber in here, right? Yeah. Alright, Sky Knight Squire. You know what to do. You know what to do, buddy. I'm counting on you. Well, I mean, it's cut down or fatal push. Oh, or lightning bolt, I guess. We're kind of okay not drawing a land. Kind of a terrible draw. An abysmal draw, isn't it? Yep. Oh, it's an abysmal draw. I can't believe I drew that. Alright, whatever. Casting this. And we're done. Alright. Alright, it only takes one opportunity to have that card be as bad as I believe it is for me to take it out, so I'm taking out those. Silence is poop. I'm going to try Remake. I don't like Fateful Absence. It might just be one of my best options, though. What's the stupid card? Humiliation? Sure. Why not? Alright, let's try that. Finally lost. Finally lost. Well, you see what happens when I don't have the stuff I need. You see what happens. Not really a surprise. This is kind of a reach, but we're going to try it. Okay, well, that's probably game. My opponent's playing Ancient Grudge, because, I guess that makes sense. Okay. Probably should have mulliganed. I don't know. I feel like if our greatest weakness is the mulligan, not sure what I can do to fix that, but that is what we've mulliganed probably more in the 5 seconds. Been playing this more than like the past 3 decks combined. Um, it's a Fury. Of course it's a Fury. Yay. Of course. Why not? Right off the top. Okay. Alright, buddy. Fury. Whoop-de-doo. Alright, well, we just lost to, Chrome Mox. That's literally it. We just lost to... Our opponent had Chrome Mox and we lost. That's literally... That's it. Nothing else mattered. Fast mana. Wasn't even green on either side of the deck. Either opponent... Either me or my opponent. No green. But mana acceleration was the only thing that mattered. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? You missed us getting Chrome Moxed. That's what you missed. Alright, Winter Moon scam. Another... I mean, there's so many mana rocks on 2 in this deck. It's kind of crazy. Just never drawing any. I think I don't play Winter Moon on 2, because I want my opponent to mess up. They don't mess up. Fascinating. Oh, come on. Really? Well, it looks like no Swords of Plowshares. This doesn't flicker, does it? It does. Alright, well, I didn't expect that one. That's kind of neat. Another basic. Come on, you're a 3-color deck. You're green. What are you doing? What are you doing? Play cards. Yep. That was probably one of my better draws. I think I'm going to stop their commander. Emodi's a bit more random than their commander. So. And I don't imagine they're going to block with it. It doesn't become lethal if I cast Getaway here. So I'm not going to cast it. Okay, maybe I will. No, it's always a good sign when your opponent just takes it when they don't have to. Great. Well, we beat any sort of spot removal. It has to be like a sweeper, which Helga doesn't. I mean, Emodi, it would make no sense. So it'd be River's Rebuke. Alright, well, that's a good sign. That's a really good sign, I think. It's not doing anything. Oh, do we run Flare? Does the white Flare make sense? I didn't really think about the white Flare. I mean, I don't know what my opponent could have here. What even... What could you possibly have here? If my opponent's running Fog, more power to you, I guess. Alright. I would have been rather surprised to see that. But, yeah, the Helga deck just dodged Wintermoon, which is not typical. My opponent's playing the basics of the new set, the newest set, so it probably makes me think they don't have a bunch of crazy lands in their deck, right? Like just crafted or whatever. Maybe a newer player or something, but ordinarily I think this would be probably very good here too, so kind of tragic. But it didn't end up mattering, thankfully. I think the white Flare makes sense. It's a free spell. Well, yeah, as free as they come, I guess. I think it works. Permanence, yeah, that's actually just perfect. Oh, but it makes my deck look ugly. It makes it look ugly. Oh. What do we take out? Ghost Vacuum is probably the worst because it doesn't cycle. We definitely don't care about the -6. Yeah. Yeah, we've moved on from that. Alright, yeah, sure. There we go. Looking pretty good. Except when our opponent has the on-the-play acceleration that we can't then answer. I miss the days when people Path of Exiled my Birds of Paradise. Can I have those days back? Those are pretty good days. Does it have haste? No, it doesn't. Well, Winter Moon's not really good here, but the rest of the hand is decent enough. Oh, look, it's on the play acceleration. Wow. I wonder what we're going to do about that. I wonder what we're going to do about that. Apparently no untapped red source. Cabaretti Courtyard is kind of nuts. Alright. We're a bit surprised to see that. I don't hate the idea of playing my commander next turn. I'd rather not, but I probably have... I'm not leaving up anything if I don't cast it. So, yeah. Well, I mean, this is just it. This is it. We're in this situation again. That's it. That's all it is. We win or we lose. That's it. And we lose. Cool. Always fun. We untap, we win. We don't untap, we lose. That's it. We untap with it, we basically win. We don't, we lose a game. There's not any in between. Wouldn't call it a coin flip, though, except my opponent being on the play with an acceleration. Which I don't think actually mattered, because they missed their land drop. They played 2 lands turn 1 and didn't play 1 turn 2. Well, they did, but it was tapped. So they basically didn't. Okay, heisting my deck is a little not scary. Do I pass or just play Cold Steel Heart? No, the Bauble is not a prowess trigger, so I might cast this later. Okay, well... Okay, interesting card. Seen it before. Actually, we lost to this off of a Dark Ritual. Well, I mean, it doesn't matter. Dark Ritual just... It doesn't matter which you Dark Ritual out. I'm gonna have to deal with that, so... Guess we're just playing this on white. It is an enchantment, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Do I play that? Sure. Okay, Mana, you want to calm down just a bit? I don't think scrying on my upkeep is what I want it to do there. So I can play this. I can play... Oh, maybe I want it to wait a turn. I think I wanted to wait a turn. Okay, it's not the end of the world, though. Do I kill my opponent's commander? I don't think I want to. Maybe I do. Okay. Wasn't expecting that. I can't imagine that was worth the flare, but apparently it was. I feel like this is not worth the flare. But you got it. Yeah, that did not seem like I would have ever have done what they just did. So play this again. Play this on the commander. I could name something like Farewell. I'm gonna name Farewell. It's probably the most insane thing ever, but I'm just gonna name Farewell. That's a very good sign. They trade it with a Monastery Mentor. Seems like a good sign to me. I wonder if they have Reprieve here and realize it doesn't work. I will scry. It's basically the same as drawing if I don't like the card I see, so. That's a prowess trigger. Is that good enough? That's probably just good enough, right? Like, why not just take the prowess trigger? Hey, okay, well. I swing all out, they block that. I can recast my commander. It's at 8. 1, 2... No, I cannot. So I don't want to trade. Losing the mentors is not a big deal. I'm gonna not play my land. Doesn't seem like I want to do that. They blew up the curse, so I actually named the right card. You realize the chances of that are just so astronomically low? Wow. I named Farewell. That's insane that they actually had it. I can't believe that. That's insane. I haven't even seen a Farewell in a... I couldn't even tell you. And I got punished for not playing my land, of course. Why not? That is insane. Yeah, skilled beyond belief. Wow, I actually got super punished for not playing my land, because now I don't have this. Just got next level punished for not playing my land. And of course, of course, of course, of course. Answers, 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 answers. Of course, of course, of course. Why not? Okay, yep, you got it. Whatever. Whatever. Played the Galaxy Brain Curse. Still lost. I couldn't even... yeah, I really don't know the last time I've seen Farewell actually cast. I feel like it doesn't even make sense in my opponent's... no, it makes sense in my opponent's deck. It does. It does. Mono is rough. Yep. Anything that isn't green is rough. I'm on the play with the mana, so hopefully that gives me a huge advantage. I would imagine it does, but we'll see. I'm going to play around the mono white Stifle. I would blow that up if I could, but I cannot. Land tax means you don't have a land, which seems like a really not good sign for my opponent, so... This is probably fine here. What are you doing? Okay. What are you doing? Whoa. What are you doing? Opponent, your Monastery Mentor is not going to outpace my stuff here. That is kind of insane to me, but you got it. Yeah, that block was a colossal mistake. That was a massive mistake. There's no way you block here. I don't... I get the the idea of trying to Monastery Mentor and like, oh, I'll just go wide and eventually I'll cast it again and block all your stuff, but no. That's only going to work if I have no cards in my hand. And, yeah, so not a good idea at all. And this is coming from someone who's only played this about 5 times. I can tell you for certain that was a game-ending mistake. But we were on the play with a mana ramp spell, so we were just strictly better. Land tax, huh? Land tax? Lembas? Spell Satchel? This is all like... Which one of these is... Which one of these doesn't make sense? Lembas is kind of nuts. Makes me maybe want to reconsider some cards. I don't... Lauren's Escape is fine. If I can find room for another protection spell, do I need another one? Okay, let's take out Wedding Announcement. Well, it's technically a human. Is Flare of Faith better than some other random stuff I have in here? I feel like the 2 mana cards that draw a card that I saw out of the opponent are not what I'm trying to do. My 2 mana spells might want to be better than that. Maybe Wintermoon is wrong. It hasn't gotten anybody yet. Maybe we just don't care to get people like this for the, you know, the off chance I do get somebody, because obviously you don't always get somebody. All right, Wintermoon. All right, fine. Just for the sake of adding something else, I'm going to take it out. Lembas is still just nuts. Relic of Progenitus? Feels fine. Lembas, it just costs 2 mana. I just don't like that. I think that's a problem for this deck. Potentially better than Touch of the Spirit Realm, maybe? Doesn't seem true to me. This is actually not a prowess trigger. I didn't think of that. Touch is not a prowess trigger. Okay, let's just run Lembas instead. Let's run Lembas, because I don't... I mean, at least it... it's... I'm so 50-50 about it. It can go both ways. It can really go both ways. Let's just try it. Let's try it. We're trying it because if we don't, we can't say that we did. And that is why. That is why. Elixir of Immortality. Ugh. Don't we already have, like, Gaia's Blessing and stuff? I feel like I would never want Elixir of Immortality. It is one of my favorite cards. I have the original in foil. I love it. But that doesn't mean it's good. That does not mean it's good. I would be a little bit blown away if the colorless commander won this game. So we'll see. I'm not even going to respect anything. I'm just going to send it. I don't think there's anything my opponent could do about this, so... Honestly, even Ujin, if my opponent had Ujin, I would still feel kind of fine. Okay, we can just randomly get scammed because that card exists for whatever reason. And I can't blow it up, right? Yeah, we're just gonna play this and not this. In case my opponent randomly rolled the best thing possible. So... well, it's one of those games. You either just randomly generated a I win the game card, or I win. Oh look, my opponent randomly generated the I win the game card. Wow. No way. No way. Isn't it crazy? Probably, I think, the only card in the entire game that does this. I don't even think I can cast Ephemerate. I can beat Ulamog. I can beat Ulamog at least. I like to see them block this turn and not later, because it could definitely deal more damage later. Alright. Probably just cost myself the game. Wow. Might have just, cost myself the game here. We'll see. I think I did. I think I just full stop cost myself the game. I can't believe that. I didn't read the desert. Desert just won the game. That's crazy. Alright, I can't get upset anymore. Can't get upset anymore. I threw. It was the psychic damage from the only card that allows you to play past turn 4 in the entire deck, which is randomly generated, and I couldn't get over it emotionally. Do we have 8 mana? Why is my opponent thinking about this? Just cast your card. 5, 6, 7... Okay, why are we not exiling Monastery Mentor? Is there something I'm not understanding, or why are we doing that? Seems like a mistake. Recast this, have 1 left over, so... do I Helion's Punishment? Probably? Just so I get something going this turn? Okay. Belong in the deck? I would not run Intangible Virtue. That doesn't make any sense, but... the other ones, I guess? I like 3 Tree City. That one's fine. Kind of. I don't really need a bunch of mana. Like, ever? Ever, ever, ever? But I guess it lets me recast my commander if somehow that's the only thing dead and I have 55 monks somehow. I didn't want my... I guess I could have swung at the vehicle, actually. Yeah. Really? You have another spell? No lands in hand? Really? Oh, come on, bro. What? Paradox Engine, Portal to Phyrexia. Oh, Key to the Archive, Perfect Sweeper. Opponent is talented beyond their years. Talented beyond their years. But yeah, we missed 4 damage. You're right. You are correct. I'm gonna probably just lose life to this, I guess. Well, do I swords this? They go up to 20. They take not lethal. I don't want them to recast Ulamog. So I guess I just don't cast swords at all. Which means I'm just passing. No, that's stupid. That's just radically stupid, so... Chat, did I make another mistake? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Wait, 4? Okay, we didn't. We did not make a mistake. It was 1 off. We did not make a mistake. Okay. 4 plus 2. We were 1 off. We were just 1 off. We're not going to die to damage. My opponent literally has drawn the best cards in their deck. Like I don't know what to say. Like, I don't know what to say. Opponent has just drawn the best cards in their deck. I will just take 12. Because it doesn't matter, and I'm going to just assume my opponent's going to somehow pull out of this with some nonsense if I deal 1 less damage to them, so I'm going to just not. Alright, well, that doesn't matter. And then we let them draw off their Palantir so I don't die. And assume they have 5 blockers from the... Well, I don't think there's any instants in this deck, so... What a roller coaster. What an absolute roller coaster. Man, I wish I could do this every time I played colorless. Imagine Ujin just always had this every game. Not one of them, just all of them. Literally all of them. Okay, well, you got it. They finally drew a land? Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to let them draw here. Especially if they put it on top, yeah. Let them just draw, because there's not really anything they can do, so. Removing a blocker is not that exciting. Let's actually tap this cavern correctly. Seven, 8, yeah, we just get rid of you. It's a colorless deck. I mean, there's nothing they could do. Kolaghan's Command is the only thing I can think of, but I'm not under the impression that even saves them, so. Alright, we got there. We beat the literal best thing you can do in colorless. This is the best thing. Monument's the best card in the deck, right? This lets the game go past turn 4, but it has to hit this, and it did. They had Paradox Engine. This was alright. This was alright. And then they even had this. Like, yeah, this is... I would be rather surprised if there was a better chunk of cards you could ever get out of your deck. In the top, like, fourth of it. It's just kind of insane, but... Yeah, we did miss 4 damage early. Fortunately, it didn't matter. It would have been sad if it did. Don't know if there was anything else I could have done different. Yeah, the Paradox Engine actually removed this, which is kind of crazy, because you need a lot of spell. Was it 4? It's 4 counters? That is really nuts that they were able to get rid of this. That is crazy. But with Paradox Engine, I suppose anything's possible, right? Yeah, oh, the desert. Almost got scammed for the desert. Yep, look at that. The random jank that loses to Wintermoon actually almost cost me the game. Almost cost... I couldn't complain about this one, though. This would be me not reading my opponent's cards. It would have been kind of funny to get hit by this and lose a game. I can't really be upset if I lost the game to that. That would have been funny. That would have been really funny. Well, I would have found a way to complain, though. Don't worry. I would have found a way. Trust me. Ugh. Would have found a way. Oh, excuse me. What? Okay. That's cool. Ragavan gets haste, right? Yeah, it does. Oh, I forgot Nykthos. Whoops. Next game. I guess I just reprieve. Especially if they use the treasure token. Suppose that sort of equals out not playing the mirror. Don't know if it was right in the long run, but yep, that's what we did. Oh, it probably was. I'm just never casting my commander when I have 4 mana, so it's probably right. Yeah, this is the problem with mono white. Just getting into play in time is just feels borderline impossible. Truly. Especially with anything green. This is not inherently green, though. So is Selfless Spirit good enough? I feel like it isn't. Alright. Arena of Glory is a pretty scary sign. I wonder what's in their deck that doesn't already have haste. That's really good here with haste. I don't even know if I can ephemerate if they don't make a move first either, so, Okay. Okay. I'm not gonna try to do anything weird with Ephemerate. I'm still not gonna try to do anything with Ephemerate. What does this flip into? End step if blah blah blah. So just block it with Monastery Mitzvah. I mean, just like every other game, it's lights out if we untap with our commander most of the time. And I think my opponent's done a good job at trying to bait me into casting something. I feel like they've just been trying really hard. Kind of the vibe I'm getting. Yeah, we just untap. No need to do anything weird. Let's play this card and this card, and then we have infinite layers of nonsense. And there's a good chance my opponent never gets to play the game again. Let's swing with these. Oh, opponent, you're supposed to... you're supposed to block. Yeah, Lamb is very scary, but the biggest issue is putting it in play. That's just been the huge setback with this deck. But once you do it, you know, you're like chilling. So what does this flip into? Beginning of your end step, put a counter on this if a permanent was put in your graveyard. I do not care about this at all. So you go for it, my friend. You can cast your thing that doesn't really do anything. Oh, you can't cast it because of Boromir. This happened earlier and I forgot. Oh, I forgot too. No one reads Boromir. No one reads it, dude. Oh my goodness. It just keeps happening. Oh, that keeps happening. Oh my goodness. Oh, that keeps happening. I'm so happy. I'm just so happy that keeps happening. Destroy all artifacts and enchantments. Destroy all artifacts and enchantments. Alright, so... blue. Artifacts and enchantments. Make it 3/3. Okay. Okay. Pull my commander out of combat? Although it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I don't need my mana. Yes, I do. So we're going to cast this. No, 2, 3. No. Nope. We're just sending it. That is a really cool card. It does have a massive wait time with the commander, unfortunately, so I'm not too big on it, but it's kind of cool. Alright, well that's an interesting block. I'm going to go ahead and pull that out of combat real quick. I feel like I would have blocked this with some degree of stuff. And there's no way they can ever survive Teferi's protection, I don't think. I don't think there's anything my opponent can do to win this game with Teferi's protection. I am going to block first, just to see what happens here. Boop. Boop. Just for the sake of it, then I'll cast this. You never know what could happen. Okay, yeah, it's just a good idea to put the blockers in the way. See what happens, but... oh, it's just super, super, super dead. Yeah, Boromir, look at that. Boromir just hosing them deep for a second time, and I had already forgot it had text on it again. Getting your end step. Yeah, this doesn't matter anyways, but it is funny. That is funny. This is really cool, though. With all the treasure tokens, I gotta say that's pretty neat. However, this does need to be doing things for a while for this card to ever actually do what it did this game, right? And by the time you have as many treasure tokens as my opponent did, I think your opponent's probably dead with that many hasting attackers. And if they're not sure this is going to pull you over the finish line. It is an instant, so that makes it a lot better. It's just cool to see that card. It's not like it's bad in other scenarios, right? So you might as well run it, but yeah, that's pretty cool. That was pretty cool. Alright, cool, yeah, that's all I got. Brave the Elements is in here. I don't think I like Paladin class, that's kind of weird. That one seems weird. I wouldn't run Defense Grid. I mean, I would rather run Defense Grid than Paladin class anyways, and I'm not going to run Defense Grid, so... but Nykthos was the one. Boop. Boop. And... you're back? Well, I didn't know you were gone. How dare you? I don't know what Rally is. Probably don't want it. This thing? What does this do? If you cast another spell, it costs 2. Okay, sure. Make 2 1/1s. Oh, no. Not even close to considering that. I don't like 3 Tree City. Caretaker is the card draw, but it cares about tokens? Yeah, looked at that one. Don't want that. The Monastery Mentors are not tokens. Banner's interesting. Costs 3 though, so... oh wait. If it's the one I'm thinking of. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I don't care about this. Nope. Buffing creatures is completely irrelevant. That's beyond irrelevant. The heck is this? Whenever a player casts their first multicolored spell. I would rather play Wintermoon than this, but I don't hate this. It's one of those, like, situational things. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, uh, it doesn't trigger prowess. No. 36 planes, yep. What does this do? I've never seen that card. No. That's adorable. This is probably very easy to do the thing, but I don't know if I care about this. It's only your end step. I have to do it on my turn. The monks are tokens, yeah, just not the monastery mentors. We don't need to buff the monk tokens anyways. Like, they have prowess. We just cast spells that prevent our board from being destroyed, and the monk tokens kill our opponent anyways. We've never needed to pump the monk tokens. All right, it's just irrelevant to make really any of my creatures larger with size increasing spells. It's just, that's a trap. I think that's a bait. I think you're making your deck weaker when you care about pumping creatures. That's win more. We already have a board state of stuff. We might as well just kill the opponent with, like, instants and sorceries that interact or protect our stuff and whatnot. Some of them pump our stuff. I don't know if I have any in here except the flowering thing, because it costs 2 mana and gives ward. I think this is worth it. However, there is a pretty strong argument that this is not good and I shouldn't be running it because it's not relevant. Most of the time. Most of the time I don't care about the pump on this. I mean, I never care about the pump on this. It's just a prowess trigger on top of a pump spell. And I don't know. It's almost like a 2 mana overrun. It's like +2/+2 because of prowess instead of +1/+1. I don't know. I mean, instead of +3/+3. No trample, though. Actually, you know what? I just convinced myself. It shouldn't be in here. I just convinced myself. I probably should not be running the flower. Paladin class is just like Defense Grid, right? Yeah. Well, I guess it's slightly worse than Defense Grid. And I definitely don't care about the other two parts of it. If I'm ever sinking mana into that and my opponent isn't dead already, I'm not feeling good about anything. If only it triggered prowess more. What cards trigger prowess multiple times? Paradox Engine? I mean, if we had a way, we could, like, Roaming Throne costs 4 and doesn't trigger prowess. Lamb has to be out already for that to matter, and this has not in any way needed assistance. Roaming Throne would double a different card instead of it itself being something that triggers prowess. So, like, in order for my 4-mana spell to matter, my next spell triggers prowess twice instead of just having 2 spells that triggered it once each. It starts to go out of control very quickly, but too slow. Too slow, and again, I think it's unnecessary. The only thing that's allowing this to succeed, in my opinion, is the ability to blitz it out and then protect it so it doesn't die. We win if we do that. We don't need more Monastery of Monks. We don't need more large creatures. We don't need to make the creatures we have big. We just need to untap with our commander. That's it. That's how we've won every game. We just have to untap with it. Opponent will concede or take 25. It just runs out of control so easily. Cards like Roaming Throne to me are just a trap. If your opponent's staring at you and not interacting with you, you might kill them a turn faster. Or probably about the same turn, because you had to take a whole turn off to like Windmill Slam a 4-mana 4/4 that didn't immediately do anything. Anyways, back to Convoke. This is interesting. This is actually very interesting. The only problem is it's hard to get it to... it's hard to like get this to work. That's hard. Yeah, that's actually kind of hard. This is interesting as well, because I can tap tokens that I make inside of combat with a different spell and use those creatures to cast this. So that's interesting. This is essentially free. I don't know if that's worth it though, but it is free. It is essential. Well, most of the time. Most of the time it's free. Endless Corridor? Oh, right. We were looking at what's stuff that triggers prowess infinitely. Endless Corridor. Does that do that? Where is it? Bloop. Dawn's Truce, yeah. The gift, the white, whatever it's called, the Ajani's Heroic Intervention, that's it. Conjure a duplicate to your hand. Yeah. Oh, shoot. Yeah, this is it. This is it. This is the card. This, in my opinion, is better than any other card ever. Probably better than the white flower thing I just took out, I would say. Okay. That's actually really good. I like this. Alright. I have to go in like 10 minutes. Tragic. It works out, though. Tuesday, was it Wednesdays and Thursdays? Playing a deck that doesn't take as much time to get a bunch of games in is kind of what I like to do for Wednesdays and Thursdays. The new Elspeth, it costs 5. It just costs 5. I'm not interested in that. It does just suddenly fly and we just kill our opponent, but again, we haven't needed to do that. We just haven't needed to do that. Doubling tokens doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. No. Oh, come on! Alright, I'm not going to 6. Yeah, with the Pearl Medallion, it's definitely pretty good. Alright, we're going to play this. What is this, Mana Tithe? No way. Oh, wow. Why wouldn't you Mana Tithe my commander? That's a little egregious to me, but alright. Oh, that's a reason to do it, sure. Fair enough. It doesn't curse... you don't curse yourself, right? No, yeah, that's what curses do. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it costs 5. I'm not playing my commander, then next turn Windmill Slamming Elspeth. I'm just not winning. That's not a... I'm not seeing that as a winning line. I think I'm not going to scry. I think I'm just going to pass. Mainly because I don't have anything to do anyways, so... Ooh, this is going to get interesting. Opponent sees it. Alright. Someone is a lamb enjoyer. Someone is a lamb enjoyer over there. Alright. Oh, this is going to get kind of crazy, I think. This is going to get crazy. Oh no. My opponent could just straight up win next turn though, so we'll see. Oh, no, I guess not. What the heck? Okay. That's a little strange, but I guess it has text on it. I can cast my commander, but I can also just wait a turn. I'm not sure what waiting a turn actually accomplishes. They already sent the card, so we're going to assume they don't have something. Okay, they have Reprieve. Oh, they keep the silence. Oh, opponent. Oh, they're a genius. Oh, no. Opponent's a genius, chat. Opponent's out here just galaxy brain. Alright, let's find out if we lose. Not sure what I'm gonna mulligan or scry for that's like worthwhile, so yeah, I probably just won't. Well, it went right, slipped right past it anyways, but... Alright. What do you got? Drawbridge is funny. That's funny, yeah. Moist mollusk? That is certainly interesting. Ah, yes. The cards. Alright. They're running Caretaker's talent. Well, in the mirror, it's God tier, because you draw cards and your opponent doesn't. That's for sure. I can kill my opponent's commander with Destroy Evil. I can also blow up Caretakers and potentially win with spamming stuff. Okay, that's also interesting. No, not with their own Monastery Mentors. I feel like I don't want to interact with my opponent right now, so I'm just going to pass. There's only 2 spells in their hand. I mean, it only draws 1 card a turn. It's not... I wouldn't consider that God tier. My Enduring Innocence has done the same thing. It's just this demands that you've triggered Prowess at least twice before it matters. Yes! Yeah! Yeah! Woo! We beat the mirror twice. We beat the mirror twice. Love to see it. So, yeah, I mean, like I said, this just draws 1 card a turn, but it doesn't do it immediately like this kind of does. Well, this actually also doesn't do it immediately, but this has redundancy, because if it dies, well, you do it again, right? And again, yeah, it's got this part. I'm telling you, this doesn't matter. The pump stuff is a trap. It's a trap. I'm not saying this is a wrong card. Like, you're not wrong for putting this in here. But you do not need it. You don't need this. I would much rather play this instead, especially with the redundancy. Because when you do get hosed, this actually comes back. That can be quite significant. And, is it a matter of what turn? Okay, yeah, no, they both work on either turn. Yeah. I mean, they're close enough. They're close enough together that you could just run this. It is nice that this is also a creature, I guess. But cool. Sweet. Huge. Huge, huge, huge. Yeah, in that exact game, Elspeth would have looked phenomenal. But as you see, we did not need it. as you see there. It might be better than the other 3-mana draw. Takasha's Welcome is probably either the same or worse. I'm not sure. It's either the same or maybe worse. This draws off of Monastery Mentor instead of the, whatchamacallit? The token. It can matter that it's off of the Monastery Mentor and not just the token. Because you need to trigger Prowess multiple times before Carrot Thingy Mabooper works. I could literally run both. Could literally run both. I took out Wedding Announcement. Could probably take out another land. We didn't run Dawn Spaghetti. Oh, Guided Souls. Okay. Like, I guess. It's a big I guess. Again, not necessary, but it is sort of redundant. I mean, I'm running the other ones. It's not like I hate it. It's just the bottom part is not why we're running it. That's the main thing I'm trying to stress with this. You're not running it because of the level 3. Or really the level 2. Just, you're not really running it because of those, so. Yeah, remember when Wedding Announcement used to be good? Yeah, I guess it got overshadowed by all the other ones they've printed, so. And Card Draw, yeah, Card Draw is hard to come by, but this is the kind of deck that doesn't need to draw a bunch of cards. Sometimes it's good, right? At the very least, they trigger Prowess, which is what you're trying to do. So it's not like they're going completely against your game plan anyways, but it would have been cool to have a game where this was actually in play. That would have been hilarious, just making infinite... I mean, this just goes infinite. You know, it's in the name of the card. So that was funny. And I also forgot about Flare starting out. It makes my deck feel ugly to have 4s in it. Wanted to stay at 3 and under, but these cards are a bit redonkulonk, or can be. I didn't get to play with this one, but this one is, whoo. So yeah, this just really wants to come into play very quickly, right? Sometimes you can kind of sniff out what's going on the other side and be like, all right, I'm not going to play it out immediately. I can wait till I have a protection spell, sometimes even 2 protection spells. So there's plenty of things that this does in games where you don't just tap out for it, I would say. But for the most part, you're just trying to get this out immediately. Anything that has to do with pumping your creatures like Intangible Virtue is just a card that's sort of win more-esque. It does not matter if your tokens swing as 2/2s or 1/1s, right? Intangible Virtue does trigger Prowess, but you could just play a spell that's more impactful, like a protection spell or a removal spell, or maybe even a card draw spam thing, and also just get +1/+1 anyways, right? And have the benefit of potentially doing it at instant speed. And run a card that actually does something before you even have tokens going, right? By the time you have tokens going, Intangible Virtue is kind of not very relevant. You're probably just winning the game, right? You just have enough tokens where Intangible Virtue is noticeable. You're already just winning. So you just don't need that. I mean, I've talked about Caretakers like 5 times, but it's the same with this one. This is okay. It's okay to do the card draw thing, right? You're not running this for the level 4. You're just, you're not doing that. Sometimes you can just throw that out there into play and haha, but that's not why you're running this. All the removal felt fine. All of the protection spells felt good. The Reprieve, the Mana Tithe, Ephemerate, Flicker, anything, just bounce this over and over. I didn't think Nykthos or feel like this was really necessary. And there was another one, someone in chat was talking about 3 Tree City. Just great job on the videos and deck builds. Yeah, well, great job talking to me. Glad to have you. Anyways, this works with your commander, but again, you're already so far ahead by the time this taps for serious mana. I just don't care. And if your opponent sweeps the board, well, you can't use all that mana to then cast your 6 mana commander, right? With a commander tax. So if they have spot removal and you have redundancy in play, like, oh, I already have a bunch of monks going and they only killed your commander, they're probably going to die anyways, right? Or maybe they bought themselves some time, but they're in a serious, pickle. And I don't think this ever has room to do what you want it to do. Is it free? Probably. If you're in a game with just a few lands and you're not drawing any more lands and you're color screwed, I'd be a bit amazed. So it's probably free at 35 planes, This is a card I took out. It's just like Intangible Virtue. It's the same argument. It's good to pump things, except who cares, because you'd rather just have a more impactful spell that interacts with your opponent or defends your stuff more efficiently than Ward 1 does, and kill your opponent anyways, as opposed to like a slightly less crazy overrun. Overrun effects are kind of win more-esque. You already are clearly winning the board, especially if this goes unanswered. You're just winning the board basically immediately. If you untap with this, the board is just completely yours. Even if your opponent has like a scary flyer. I mean, we beat Valgavoth. A 9/9 flying lifelink. I just beat it. Like, you don't need to make your creatures larger. It just doesn't... It's win more-esque, quote-unquote. It's not like 100% incorrect, but it's for what I'm trying to do in this exact list, where this is basically the only creature in the deck that can actually kill my opponent. I think that those are just a huge trap, and you should not ever run any of them. 3 Tree City's bad in most decks? Well, I would say so, but if ever it was good, it's probably in a deck where the only creature type is Monk. So I think it's free again. 36 white sources and Cavern. Like, it's probably free. I don't know. We're thinking about it at least, but yeah, it's not necessary. Most assuredly not necessary. The card draw was also not too exciting. If my opponent is not answering my board and I'm triggering prowess, I'm probably just going to win. So, yeah, it's nice to draw cards while you're doing that, but if your opponent's in a position where they're not dealing with your stuff, this doesn't matter, right? And if they are actually dealing with your stuff, this is one of them that does not draw a card, right? You do need to have monk tokens that are, the tokens, tokenception, token into tokens, not the mentors, but the one ones. So if all of that's being dealt with, and then you like recast your commander and you're trying to rebuild, this one doesn't do too good of a job at rebuilding resources, right? Takasha's Welcome is a little bit better at this because all you need is the actual mentor. Enduring Innocence at least survives a board wipe and becomes an enchantment, so I just like this surviving its initial destruction. Even though it does only care about the tokens, not the mentors. It's something to think about, right? But I would make an argument you don't need these, and you could run probably more 1 and 2 mana spells, right? And just really be heavy on that. I saw Lembas in one of the mirrors. I added it to my deck. So there's probably more cantripping spells, like Reprieve even, as goofy as it may be, and stuff like that instead of these cards, just because they cost less mana and immediately replace themselves. Because you're trying to kill your opponent as fast as possible. I'm not trying to play a game where I draw 3 cards off of any of these. It feels great, but I'm not trying to have the game last that long. So, almost made it without an Inception. I know, I almost named it something Inception related, but I was like, nah, that's too easy. Let's do something hard and very thought-provoking as a deck title instead, so we went with that. So yeah, can recommend. Was a huge fan of this. If you like this strategy, I think this is probably the best way to play it, in my opinion. I did win the mirror twice, and there were 2 different kinds of games in the mirror as well, so I think people are trying to play too many win more cards and they get in the way of just really, windmill slamming this and untapping with it, and then the game just is over. So let me know what you thought about it. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. All right, chat. All right. We shall play more next time we play. But I have to go. I've had to go 2 minutes ago. Oh no. What have I done? Alright, see you guys. GG's. Was fun. I actually really like this commander too. I don't like it.